How's it going, everybody? This is Alex Giasanti and I am back with another video. This time I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on Transformers Combiner Wars Episode 1 by Machinima. But before we do, let's recap. We start off at Kamenis, where a space bridge opens and we have Computron and Menasor in a super slow, super sluggish, super robot fight. They crash on the planet. Computron says he'll give Menasor his homework, but Menasor has already failed the class, so he bones the noob instead. Windblade and the Repaint show up and now a fight ensues. Repaint pretends to be useful, but Menasor screams, "Pig warmer!" and knocks her away. She falls apart like a Big Lots knockoff and then goes bleh. Windblade now triggered, she activates her limit break and takes out Menasor. Menasor smiles and says, "You're me." She goes, "What?" But he goes, bleh, and then she flies away while Computron is contemplating life. We find ourselves on Cybertron, where a pointless cameo appears. And that is the episode. So, yes, it's about 5.5 minutes long, and there have been actually little web series that have done that format, like Hasbro's old G.I. Joe cartoon, G.I. Joe Resolute, and even Cartoon Network's animated hand-drawn animated version of Star Wars Clone Wars. Those were really good. With this episode, there's really nothing else to it. It's pretty much a fight episode. No real development in terms of characters. We have a fight, and then we kind of have Windblade's motivation for the rest of the series. That's it. The animation, though I do like the cel shady look to it, it's really nice. I think the way it's animated in terms of how the frame rate, it's very choppy at some points, and it just kind of looks odd in a lot of things. Even when the mouths are moving, the lip flaps as they call it, it just looks weird when the actor and actress speak their lines. It just looks odd. It looks like a bad dub from Energon or Cybertron for that matter. When it comes to speaking of kind of audio things, how the sound in this episode was very off. I felt like things that should have been louder were very low, very kind of muted, especially with Menasor kind of going through buildings and stuff like that, just breaking things. You're supposed to get like a kind of you don't get that like powerful sound, whether it's them punching, grabbing things. It just, a lot of things just kind of felt off to me. Speaking of that, the voice acting, yes, they're using a lot of YouTube people for voice acting, which is fine at all, but I just think it just doesn't do anything for me. Computron, he's a basic robot, smart guy, very, I am Computron, that type of thing. I do not like that voice type for a robotic, smart character. I just don't. I think that's very simple to do. Anyone can do it, and it's just they didn't care for it. Windblade and Repaint, I think, is called Maxima, which is a very, very creative name. No, it's not as pretty. Maxima. I think there's been a Maxima or a Maximus or any type of that in the Transformers franchise, so it's really nothing. Their voices were fine. Then we have Menasor. Actually, this is the only person in this group I actually know who this is. This is the person who did the voice for Menasor. It goes by DashEXP on YouTube. He's a gamer on YouTube. He actually does also skits. He's got a few channels, so just find him. And he's very loud. He's a very loud person, so I kind of see why they chose him, I guess, for Menasor. But his voice to me just didn't fit the character at all. It just seemed out of place. It probably would have been better if the Stunticons, each had a character. He could probably have been one of them, one of the Stunticons. But as Menasor itself, I just didn't buy it. I just didn't like it. And then the random cameo with Optimus at the end. I really don't understand what the purpose of having Optimus at the end of the episode, it did nothing for it. I mean, there was no context within that. He was just like, hey, here I am. I'm in the show. Yay. So overall, it was a very underwhelming episode. So I don't know. I'm definitely gonna be checking out each episode. Weekly, I guess I'll be giving you my thoughts on each episode. But yeah, for episode 1, really nothing else to it. The animation was alright. Voice acting was okay at best. Sound was off. Yeah, it was very lukewarm, underwhelming episode for me. So that's all I gotta say. So until next time, everybody, this is Alex Jazz Santino. We'll talk to you all later. Peace!